Hey, have you ever wondered why a $100 bill is valuable? I mean, it's just a piece of paper, right?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The value of a $100 bill comes from the fact that it's issued by the government and recognized as official currency. That's what makes it legal. But the real value comes from how many of them are in circulation.
I remember hearing that currency used to be linked to gold or silver. Wasn't that the case with the US dollar too?
Exactly. The dollar used to be tied to gold and silver reserves, which is known as the gold standard. But in 1971, the US moved away from that system. Now, the dollar is what's called fiat money, meaning it doesn't have intrinsic value. Instead, it's valuable because the government says it is and controls its supply.
Who decides how much money should be in circulation? Is it the President, Congress, or the courts?
None of those. It's the Federal Reserve, or the Fed, which is an independent system with 12 regional banks. The Fed's Board of Governors is appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate, but the Fed operates independently to avoid political influence.
That makes sense, I guess. But why doesn't the Fed just print more money to make everyone rich?
If the Fed printed too much money, it would lead to inflation. When there's more money in circulation than there are goods and services, each dollar loses its purchasing power. This makes everything more expensive, which can spiral out of control.
And what about the opposite? If there's less money, does that mean things get cheaper?
Sort of. That's deflation, where the money supply stays the same while the economy grows. It makes currency more valuable, but it also leads to reduced spending because people want to save their money. This can slow down economic growth, increase unemployment, and create a cycle of economic contraction.
So, which is worse? Inflation or deflation?
Most economists agree that both are bad if they get out of hand, but a small, steady rate of inflation is preferable. It encourages spending and stimulates growth. The Fed uses a lot of economic data to manage this balance, trying to keep inflation at a level that fosters growth without causing too much disruption.
So the Fed has a pretty big job, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has a lot of responsibility. It not only manages the money supply but also indirectly influences employment and overall economic stability. By controlling how much currency is in circulation, the Fed plays a key role in keeping the economy on track.
I guess it's a delicate balance then. What happens if the Fed gets it wrong?
If the Fed misjudges, it could lead to serious economic problems. Too much inflation can erode people's savings and create instability, while deflation can lead to reduced spending, unemployment, and economic contraction. The Fed's goal is to find a Goldilocks zone, not too much inflation, not too much deflation, just right for promoting steady growth and keeping the economy stable. It's a complex job, but it's crucial to keep everything running smoothly.
Here's to summarize what they talked about. We can say that a $100 bill is valuable because it's issued by the government and recognized as legal currency. Its value depends on how much currency is in circulation. The Federal Reserve, an independent system with 12 regional banks, manages this by setting monetary policy. If they print too much money, you get inflation, where prices rise because the purchasing power of each dollar drops. If there's not enough money in circulation, it's deflation, leading to reduced spending and higher unemployment. The Fed's goal is to maintain a small, steady rate of inflation to keep the economy growing and stable. If they get it wrong, it can cause economic problems. Thank you for watching. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe to see more and tell us what you want to hear about next.